So today we thought we'd take a moment and show you what our process looks like on breaking down a chicken. So the first thing that I like to do with the whole chicken is I like to get the wings off of the bird. I've got some specialty knives. This can be done with kitchen knives. The biggest thing is just making sure that your knives are sharp. Make a slit across the top, through the bottom, and then through the joint. When you're cutting through the joints, you want to make sure that you put pressure on the joints. That helps dislocate them so that you can cut through without cutting a lot of bone. The next step on my process is I put the chicken on its back, and I'm going to take the legs off. So what I do first is I pull against the legs to take the skin out, and you can see that there's kind of a line of fat, and that is where I make my cut. Now today I'm actually going to be cutting bone in, skin on breast. So you want to cut the skin as close to the drumstick as possible to preserve as much skin as possible. So then put the bird on breast down, and I'm going to pop the leg joints. So when you're looking at the thighs, you have what's called the oyster, which is right in this area on top of the thigh, and that's a really nice cut of meat. So we want to make sure when we're taking these thighs off that we take that oyster with it. And then we can come through the joint and along the bone. Now we have a leg quarter. Do the same thing on the other side. Do the joint. And there we are. Now, when we're going to take the breast off, if we were going to do a boneless, skinless breast, we'd go back on its back and take the skin off. Since we're not going to do that today, since we're doing a bone in, we want to identify where our bone structure is. So there's a line of fat there. We're going to stick our knife in and trace down that line, and that's going to help us begin to separate the carcass out for the bone-in breast. So next we want to take this backbone and pull it towards us under the wings. Through the wing joints. Then we have the back and the neck. Now that leaves us with the bone-in breast piece. There are a couple of ways that we can do this to split it. Regardless of whether you have a specialty knife or not, you do want to make sure you're using a heavy knife for this. So I'm just going to put my knife in the center of the kill, press down, and bring it all the way back through that cartilage and bone structure and skin. And there we have some nice pieces of bone-in breast, along with the leg quarters, the wings, and the back and the neck for stock. And that is just a quick tutorial on how to break down a whole chicken. All right.